Good morning. Today we're reading about Pocahontas, a name we're probably all familiar with, but I wonder if the story that we know is the same as the one we're going to read about today. Pocahontas was born around 1595 and was the daughter of the chief of the Powhatan Native American tribe who lived in the eastern coast of what is now Virginia, USA. The way Pocahontas and her people lived changed forever when ships from Britain arrived in 1606. The people aboard, known as colonialists, called America New World. They wanted to farm the land and set up towns or colonies, even though the Native Americans already lived there and had their own way of doing things. The two sides traded with each other, but there was also a lot of misunderstanding and conflict. Pocahontas was just a young girl at the time. She tried to make the best of the situation by offering help and friendship. In 1608, a colonialist called John Smith was captured by Pocahontas' father. While being held prisoner, Pocahontas taught him to speak their language, and he taught her to speak English. In 1613, the relationship between the colonialists and Native Americans got worse, and even more fighting broke out because Pocahontas was the daughter of the chief and she was captured. In 1614, while still being held captive, Pocahontas married a colonialist named John Rolfe. At the time, women often had little say in who they married, so nobody can be exactly sure how Pocahontas felt about her new life. We do know that the marriage united both sides and brought peace for at least a little while. In 1616, Pocahontas made the long journey to England with her new husband. She was one of the first Native Americans to go there. John Rolfe returned to England to raise money for the colony and to show other people what life was like in Jamestown. The people Pocahontas met, including the king, wrongly thought Native Americans were wild and dangerous, but they quickly realized that Pocahontas was none of those things. Even when she was far from home, in what must have been a daunting situation, Pocahontas helped to grow the understanding that all people, no matter their culture, deserve respect and kindness. So that is very different to the story I'm familiar with. How interesting.